What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more Vicky 3 as Brazil. Now, let's think about what we want to get out of this next little period here. Right now, it is 1854. I need to unpause my music here. And we're in a period of what I think will be some very explosive growth, right? We've gotten the landowner who's a market liberal now in charge of the interest group. And so we can use that to get laissez-faire free trade. That's going to set up our economy for some pretty good expansion. Using the good relations from that, I probably can also go and force through a ban of slavery here. Because it really only pisses off the landowners, and they're going to have a lot of modifiers making them like us. That's going to be good. I think we then leverage this into do a bunch of industrial expansion. I want to get our construction up to maybe 150, 100, like 100 for sure. And if we can push it 150, that'll be good. Tech-wise, we're knocking out the second tier of our production tech. We need to go circle back to society and try to get egalitarianism. Because if we can do proportional taxation, it would make our industrialization efforts a whole lot easier because we actually have the funds to support them. And do we make the switch now, is the question. I think we do. I think we go right for egalitarianism, grab central banking, and then push through whatever remains in this tech by the time that's all done, right? And it's the same focus we've done before: dynamite, improved fertilizer, what have you. We get all that done. I also really want to get no migration controls. We need to get our pop up. Our pop is at 5 million. It's not a whole lot when compared to some of the other powers in this area. The United States is 4 times our pop, and we have probably more states. Well, I wouldn't say more states. We have more land mass, I think, once we incorporate all of our subjects here. The subjects do have their own pops. Maybe we're about comparable to their size, so want to do that. In terms of our infamy, I'm also going to need to start subjugating Venezuela and maybe making some kind of play here on the Netherlands. They do have a peace pact with the Great British nation here. I wonder if we can leverage this war in order to take them over. French Republic and GB both like us. Let's get this trade agreement with GB. Let's go and unpause here and look at our queue. So we've got our barracks finishing up from that last expansion here. We do have a lot of income right now. Who is this? This is our Democrat. Let's make him ambitious. That sounds good. We have another election coming through. I'd hope to get free trade and laissez-faire passed before this election cycle is over. That's ambitious. We'll probably be able to get one of them. We have some universities in queue. We have a bunch of gold mines. Then we have a bunch more barracks as well. We'll look at that later. But for now, I think we're going to be... This is a royalist. Let's have him lose this. Popularity. The people bourgeoisie in particular, I'd be really happy to get rid of. At least for a little bit, since they are going to pose a lot of our movements here. It would also be good to maybe go to elected bureaucrats, since that will weaken people bourgeoisie as well, since bureaucrats' political strength going away. That will also negatively affect the intelligentsia, but, we're not really suffering on that front. We also need to finish our next 2 entries here. One is to have slavery banned, which I'm working towards, and then it's to have the River Coffee journal entry completed. That's going to be a little bit trying. I could throw everybody in and just have slow legitimacy, but let's keep with the 87 here and get things done fast. I can do this for 3 months. We'll probably work time out there. That's going to be a shame, but oh well. And we're going to have slavery banned way before this thing ticks down to negative, right? Yeah, we'll be very much fine dealing with both of those, especially if we can get the landowners to go down in strength. Days of Darkness, this is Krakatoa. We're going to take the infamy, because we don't like them anyway. And we have excess infamy to spare. I want to do the infrastructure and the trade unions. Let's do... We'll pay the money here, and then we get our iron mines. Let's check our market. Our market probably still has a lot of really expensive goods. Laissez-faire there helps a ton. That's good for our company. Not a ton of really good ones here to be had here, huh? That's unfortunate. We'll hold off on that for a little bit with choosing our company. What I do want to do instead is go right to free trade. We're going to piss off the royal folk. They'll hate us to high heaven. That's not going to go away. But I'll take the damage there just to get other things done. Bolivia is trying to damage relations. You are my subject. Why are you natural enemy? We have free infamy, so what I'm going to do is reduce your autonomy right now. Peru would get involved. Might be able to just tank it, though. It would use my infamy for something there. Most of my subjects have cut down their size. Let's make Argentina a protectorate here, or a puppet. And so looking at our diplomacy, it's Bolivia, Ecuador, New Granada, the new guys. And everybody else is puppeted. Okay. I think we do use our infamy here in order to subjugate these guys. Unless someone wants to get involved against us. Most everybody favors us ahead of them. Let's try it. Want your war reps for causing me to have to do this. And I'm going to take Peru, too. I get Peru anyway. So let's not take the infamy. And we're just going to raise our one army. Set them over there. And let them go and do their thing. We don't have access to what we need to do skirmish infantry yet, so we'll hold off on getting that. Let the law get passed here for free trade. Steel mill throughput, that is a good company for us, and it boosts our iron mine throughput anyway, so good on both sides. We have a new mandate available for our power block. External trade level 2 would let us do influential trade center. Let's go ahead and do it. Buildings here. I want to do development. And we should see our... Where's the trade buildings? Is it in rural? Am I crazy? Explosives, arms industries, trade centers. Bureaucratic oversight, command economy. So what exactly is this gives us? There's the war. Influential trades. Oh, it's just a modifier giving you... Oh, that's actually good. The bonus attraction there is very helpful. Our cohesion's terrible. From power block close economic depender, which is New Granada. We'll increase that. Alright, so this is well, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Against GB. This is the collapse of the Andes. Smoke steams. I want to do the university throughput, of course. You get our education investment up a lot. We have a new national hero of the Nordestino. Those are the ones that require slavery ban, which means they now become Brazilian. And next are the Paulistas, which are our last one available there. Monument to the Emperor. Let's do Prestige. We lost our Agitator. Can I do another? I cannot. Alright, I think Pernambuco... We fixed our problem here. They're both making money now, so let's go ahead and stop the greener grass and social mobility in Pernambuco. I think we're good there. Catholic Church joins the anti-British League. Let's lose the land and our strength instead. Trade route, there's a famine. Lose some authority. And let's just get free trade out of the way here. And there should be a done and dusted war here, getting us control over Bolivia. And now you have a protectorate as well, with decent liberty desire. These guys are considered to be defiant. We have another war, which does not matter as well. And as far as colonies, our colonies are growing just fine. Just fine. And we've almost made this whole region green. So, that's good. All right, investment. I want to get up to 5 constructors in Minas Garrison. Let's do a couple more in Amazonia. I want to put us back in the negative for a little bit. We can afford to take the hit. And everything will be fine with that. Discorp them the petite bourgeoisie. That is also fine with me. And the intelligentsia are really pissed. Why is this? Fail petition. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. And let's increase our construction investment and start the period of growth. Guarni is fighting us. They're going to die, probably just from our subjects. So I don't need to do anything here. No market access in Para. Do you have a... You don't have a railway. Let's add that to the queue. Anything else getting built here that I care about? This is where we have a lot of iron mines, so I do probably want to kick that up to the top. And let everything else kind of do their stuff. All right, there goes that war. How much this is from our diplomatic packs, our war reps? 2K is from war reps. Everything else is just from normal funds. Bolivia pays us 6K now as a puppet. And I could immediately reduce autonomy here with Peru. But I think I'm fine if I just do things peacefully. We've made a ton of money. This is laissez-faire. We've sold all of our stuff, right? So now we have a bunch of money coming in. Let's just up our investment. Let's go to insane amounts of construction here. That should put us across 100, or around 100. Lose the armed forces approval. We've really pissed off the rural folk. Let's do something to try to get them back in our good graces here. I think... Oh, we already have per capita taxation. I'm really not getting a bunch from actually getting egalitarianism. Let's go for contested government here, and we're just going to push some stuff through. Do I do this now, or do I go for propertied women? Alternatively, there's a move to do homesteading. I think just to get everything done. I don't know. So we got free trade, we got laissez-faire. Let's just push through slavery ban. It's a good time to do it. And the Brazilian succession is probably not going to happen because we don't have Leo guardianship just yet. But it will eventually come our way. All right, nitroglycerin, that's going to start we're going to need a couple explosive factories. I know we have one of them. Let's queue up a couple more here. Because one will not be enough for what we're about to do. So let's go ahead and do all of these. I know you'd make a little bit more from ceramics. Let's make one of you into ceramics and keep the split there, since we will need more of that later. And what I'm looking for here is one to cook our universities up, but it's more so... Did I go buy our mines? I did, yeah. It's going to increase our mortality, which is no bueno. But dynamite's not far away. So that will hopefully help us out. And central banking will be good as well. We now also have universal suffrage. And that minting is going to be helpful too. Trade out people for industrialists. Industrialists really like us right now, so that's a yes for me. The slavery ban passing helps us there. Revoke are at 17 reasons against us. Anatomic time, yes. Build all of these. We are currently in a famine. Need to fix that. Is adding more things to the queue really the right move to do here? Well, definitely want to move the barracks down. We don't need military right now. Our current military size is probably going to be enough for most of the game, unless someone tries to attack us. Gaspar is our Democrat politician. Let's get his popularity up. Currently have that market liberal still in charge. So we have a Bonapartist, which is monarchy, autocracy, professional army, and interventionism. Don't want him. That is actually Louis Napoleon Bonaparte, so he's around. Land reformer for the peasant movement, a Republican, another market liberal. I see the Republican for the armed forces. That might be our best bet here. Let's see, universal suffrage, elected bureaucrats. That's also very good. Unless we can get one for one of the petite bourgeoisie fields too, or a Republican for the armed forces. So let's see. So armed forces and rural folk are about equivalent. Let's get the because who dislikes this? It's the landowners and the petite bourgeoisie, or the industrialists. Could I get an industrialist Democrat? Feels like a no there. What about for our eventual push to Republic here? It's the church, petite bourgeoisie, and the landowners. Okay. I think it just helps to get some kind of Democrat in. So let's do a Democrat. Alternatively, if we start the peasant movement guy, I do want to get rid of serfdom here. And he is very popular. Let's go for the land reform right now. Hidden communities, we want to piss off landowners even more. I think it's time we force this law through. New laws are forming, new government. So right now the stall chance is coming from landowners, okay? Bolster the Liberal Party. Rural values. Bolster the Agrarian Party. And we're seeing most of our power coming into the Conservatives here. Not ideal, but oh well. Landowners will need to lose the coup. They're down to 19%. Retreat the coup progress. And there's the coup. And down with the landowners. Hopefully they're going to go towards being 75% of -5. Okay. Pro-slavery movement has a lot of agitators in its favor. Sewing machines and economy of scale things. Let's crack down on the conservative parties here and weaken them. Alright, so up here we can use more tooling to get more both of these things that make us a lot of money. Sounds like a no-brainer, because it is a no-brainer. Sweeteners in our food industries. I've probably had that available for quite some time here. Working on our railways. And Amazonas needs some more stuff as well. Domestically. Get that at the top of our queue. Speaking of investments, we need more education investment. There is our voting. If I kick out the current people, I don't want to do that. Keep the current guys in power. So really, it's only the petite bourgeoisie that are very powerful right now, and we can work on cutting them down eventually. Law advancement, 15%. This should pass. And then we can get rid of the slave trade. Yeah, we need any Brazilian character. Ruler. We have an heir. Older than 20, okay. So 8 years we could have done it. But I'm fine with what we're doing right now, because it's a good time to do it. Local rest goes dry, scrap the draft. Net success chance at 71%. If it doesn't work for some reason, then we've got other problems. Let's get the approval with Bolivia. Royalist movement, sure. I want the one with the China one. Sounds good. Relations with China. Would love for a mutual investment agreement with them. We would both benefit heavily from that. Lose the appeasement. That's fine. foreign investment rights in our country. I will decline that honor. Thank you very much. Let's just make sure everything looks good right now. Probably could do some things with trade routes. Yeah. Don't think we need to import that anymore or export that. Probably cut out the import of liquor too. And just fix things as they come in. Silk we definitely want, but probably only need like a little bit from China. And we have some textile mills. The one that makes silk is only a 1 stack, that's why. Is our demand for luxury goods, luxury clothes, no, non-existent? No, they're still making money. So we got to kill off Pedro, huh? Confirmed, Crown Emperor, Brazil's greater power, included the Brazilian National Identity Journal. It was just to police this. We need the River of Coffee. Let's look at the River of Coffee here as a potential journal entry. Greater or equal to 50 levels of plantation buildings. Okay. That should be doable. Do I wait or do I just use my autonomy to take Ecuador? I think we just use our autonomy here. Since this allows us to get a land border with Venezuela, is why I value it so much. Speaking of, our colony here stopped after that native uprising. Is that our war rep goal? What does Peru want out of this? Revoke your claim? Sure. New Granada back down. You want more autonomy? I just... no. This is the authority. Freedom to starve. Losing a lot of authority here. Raspar Labars. No, let's get the movement increase. And that should be slavery banned. Okay. All right, Golden Law, Golden Rose event in Rio de Janeiro. While Brazil's peculiar institution has seemed untouchable at times, the institution can now at last be considered laid to rest for good. While its impact is surely to be felt for centuries to come, this day calls for celebration, as the Pope himself has bestowed upon Isabella de Braganca a golden rose in reverence of Brazil's achievements. And so we get prestige and lower approval, or we can get authority, radicalism down, morale loss. I much rather would have the radicalism, morale loss, and authority than have prestige. I don't think we need prestige right now. Integrate power status would be nice, but I could just build up our navy to do that the same way. Why is this country's at peace ledger? What the hell? Why is it showing me at peace? I just want to see country ledger. Why is that letting me sort by these? We're sorting. Interesting. Let me be right back and reload this save since the ledger's being weird. So we'll see you guys soon. All right. Still not letting me filter in the different metrics in the ledger for some reason, but now it's sorted by prestige at least, so we can see we are not too far away from passing Austria in terms of prestige, which is nice. And now we've liberated the slaves. This is other stuff. Construction throughput is what we always want here. Own interest rate, spread thin. Intelligentsia can leave the anti-French League. And we have money to be made, right? We got a lot of money. How much of this is from our war reps in New Granada? No, it's AK a puppet that helps out here. Let's up our income here. Let's sort by peasants. We have a bunch of new people in Rio that have opened up because we banned slavery in that part of the nation. And so let's get through our queue here and then focus on getting that coffee and completing the integrating the Brazilian nation here. Or I can fight a war and hopefully get our last, what's it called, done. So Denmark and Great Britain are projected to get involved with helping Venezuela here because there's a defensive pact. Shit. Okay. So we got to time this at a good moment then. Or have an ally that's scary enough to help us here. A lot of people hate you. You have an alliance with Denmark. If I attack Denmark for some cause, I could call in Venezuela and get a war goal on them, I think, and get around their defensive pact in that way because they won't be the war leader. So if I do a declaration for Danish West Indies, if I have the Navy, let's see, let's just work on a theory craft here with Brazil. Pre-war. Make our save. What I'm probably gonna need as part of this is gonna be a lot of Navy. So let me just queue up some naval strength here. This will be useful whenever we become monitors anyway. There's 80 of those fucking things. Then we're gonna get our man of war. We'll drop 1, and there we go. There's 100 strength Navy there. That'll get built. So we made our save. Let me actually save pre-war here, since I know this is... I don't want to have to do that again if I have to restart the war. But I do want a Navy. Alright, so let's declare for this. Venezuela, Spain is not getting involved. It's Venezuela, Dutch East Indies. One of those we're prepped for. Raise our guy. I want to... Don't need Schleswig, don't need Holstein. I need you to call in your friend here. You would join for a transfer subject, don't care about that. You would join for an obligation. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to do a make protectorate Venezuela. Return state. I can take basically all of their stuff. And... that's good. Okay. I'm going to call you in for the Humiliate of Venezuela war goal. The Dutch have joined. So I'm going to take... Who is this? This is the Dutch East Indies instead of the Dutch themselves. Okay, that's why that's different. And you're now fearful. They back down. Okay. Let's not call in Spain and try that again. It's working, though. It works. It does indeed work. It does indeed work. We just can't call in Spain because Spain probably has over 100 troops. Yeah. Denmark, my friend. It's not the Carnatic West Indies. Where are you? Why does the Mosquito Kingdom have... Where did Denmark go? This is the Ottoman game. I was so confused. Oh my god, Brazil pre-war. Oh my god, what is this world that I'm living in? It's the wrong world is the answer. Okay, that was confusing me. I want this again. Do this. We wait. You're still fearful. I will not mobilize my men, though. You have Venezuela. I want to protect Venezuela, and I want to get Venezuelan war reps. You're now uncertain. You're now worried. Just you wait. We do not need anybody else to help us here. We will win it ourselves. Mobilize our main army to help out here. And take my 4-stack to also be in the region. We're going to take our 2 war goals. You go station yourself in New Granada. Take our navy. Station you in New Granada. And our 54 stack is coming there. They back down. Try it again. One last time. I think if I don't raise my army, they will stay. They will stay. All right, let's do this. Denmark, conquer. Yes. Speed 5 all the way. If they back down this time, we'll just live with it. And do it the hard way. Oh, I chose Danish war reps. That's a problem. Didn't want to do that. I wanted Venezuelan war reps here. Well, I might as well make the Danish one primary. That way if he backs down, I at least get money from him. If I ask for more, he will, Where's Banjar? Oh, that's from, the other guy. Could throw like a conquer Greenland or something crazy over there. Let's get an interest in North German. Alright, he's now worried. And he backs down. Okay. Alright, we got ourselves a little Brazilian West Indies area over here. It's got a port. What's it take to incorporate this area? 20 years? Yeah, you can just stay the way you are. That's unfortunate. And that was our best bet of getting around that. There's other stuff I could take from the... We can try it again. We just got to find something else the Dutch have that we want. And take it from them that way. Or get an ally. Our naval power is going up in strength, so that will be very helpful here. There's a war against Los Altos. Okay. And our subjects here. Argentina is a puppet, getting close to annexation levels. Bolivia is a puppet, puppet. Ecuadorian protectorate. And Peru protectorate. It's the only ones who are not our subjects. The session is ready to finish. We just need to have our current stuff. This only takes 3 years to build. Add Brazilian naval power to the Journal of Brazil. Get voice navy permanently. And what do we need for this? For 40 years, 10 countries or fewer has a naval power reduction greater than us. And no country in South America has greater naval power projection. The sovereignty of the sea. Okay. And that times out at the end of the game, it looks like. We're close to it. Well, I'm building up my navy for a reason. I doubt there'll be 10 people that have a stronger navy than what I'm eventually going to have. Speaking of a strong navy, I need to fix our government administration problems. Any tax problems? Nope. Let's just go ahead and do 5 extra tax things in Rio de Janeiro, each one of them giving 65 bureaucracy. That'll work out pretty well. We also need to invest even more construction. Let's just max out Rio de Janeiro right now. We'll pay the costs. In God's will. Liberation Alliance. So we got to maintain naval dominance for 40 years to get a cool event popping. This one we just have to change legal guardianship. Not passing a law, so I could make a play for legal guardianship. The intelligence or the landowners really don't like me. So if I do this, it pisses off the Catholics and the landowners. Landowners are on the way out. Catholics are still around, but if we go total separation, it'll weaken them a little bit more. Currently we have 2 land reformers. On the way towards marginalizing this interest group, probably. Once the election's done, we'll change this and fix all of our problems. Nova Scotia against Nova Scotia. GB's involved. Go away, GB. Did I not make this... Well, I did. It just built. Okay, we've crossed the 200 mark. We have lived up to our goal of getting 200 construction here. 12 million GDP puts us at 13. Battle equivalent with Spain and the Dutch, and we're starting to grow. Starting to expand. If you factor in all of our subject GDP, we're probably much higher. Filing cabinets, I want probably the progress on the documents here. And let's do... Trade unions are in power right now, but for now we can just shuffle around our approval a little bit here. And we're back into the negatives of money, which is fine. And let's throw in the intelligentsia and the landowners here. Who's in favor of this? It's the intelligentsia, right? Yeah. And we're going to just kind of piss off the Catholic Church. And leave it up to debate here. But here comes our navy. Still need to also change our border laws. How many, let's do crystal glass. Yes. Need a complete rewrite of the bill because that did badly. Let's do reinforced steamships for both of these since we're about to really build up our power here. So plantations, we are definitely almost past the cap to spawn this event, right? 50 levels of plantation buildings. Extra university sounds good. University growth has been lackluster. Intergroup approval sounds great to weaken the landowners. Let's get them out of there. New land date for our power block. Next level is really important because it lets us do trade routes without having an interest. Just generally good there. Our cohesion's terrible. Argentina has very little in line with us. We'll improve that as time goes out. And we are losing a lot of money. Railway subsidies. Most of it's from our buildings. Construction sector costs. But we kind of can tank the hit. And if I were to raise taxes, we're right there. Success chance here has got to be the answer. Doesn't she love us anyway? $20 years to get this done. Either need a national hero or coffee. Wish there was a way I could ask England to get rid of their fucking interest in this region. What would I need to get an alliance with you? Oh, come on now. Ditch the arrival and increase our great power ranking, and we're basically there. Can work on that. What's our costs here? Why are we ballooning? No success chance. We need to have more access to hardwood. Do baking powder. Go to rural here. Find our logging camps. And I want to take this one. Let's do focused hardwoods and the guys that are already making hardwood. Because your costs are just going to go up. What have we seen in change incredibly a lot here? Is the construction cost. It has to be. Nothing I can think of that's going to cost us this much amount of money. If I cut government wages here and military wages, it would make it a little easier. Not to the point of actually making ends meet here. It's because we're... Okay. We just got to focus on building up the economy again. I've gone overboard, I think, with construction. Whoops. It happens. Trade routes that give us money. We can do some export. Let's ditch the import of clothing. Let's make our own clothing industries here. Alright, this is going to hurt our economy a ton here. We can probably stop bullshitting the war. We're actually doing total separation. Is it the fact that the landowners, we lost the ag tax, maybe? Definitely part of it. Why are you so angry? Time modifier -8 definitely is part of it. Recent change of the laws doesn't help either. Anti-Dutch lobby. Okay. New Granada. Armed forces approval. Debate failed. That's unfortunate. Santa Fe has been colonized. La Plata is next. 5 years to incorporate either of these. Let's see if we can incorporate states here. $2K in interest. Okay, let's look at exports. Don't have a bunch of room for exports. Would be good if I could increase our production of steel, though. Could do more taxes. Luxury clothes would definitely help, as would opium. Getting closer to the range of affordability. We can just, there's total separation. Cool. I'll put the what's the word? Can't think of it. Let's get census suffrage here. It's only going to slightly piss off our landowners. The clergy, Catholic Church. That's what I'm thinking of. Interest is starting to hurt. Just let this'll finish, and then now we should see things improving. Standard living is hurting us as well. We also need to get our access to domestic places finished. Smoothbore artillery. I think that's probably a good thing to change. Bleaching saves us money. I don't think I have a lot of artillery built, but it probably would be helpful. Then can I increase my investment? I can into education. Okay, all of this looks very good. I just need to find a way to fight you. Bruce saying they'll join is very annoying. Let's try to decrease the radicals. We can lose a little bit of petit bourgeoisie support anytime. That's fine. Hopefully we can counteract some of this interest costs. Alright, we'll see what the election results are, and then we will probably call this episode a draw. Conservative Party, no. Let's do the paper mill throughput. And we're going to do just democracy. $60 reasons now. Our navy being strong will probably help us in this effort. So let's keep working. I want to get some interest in Indochina. Things normally happen there as well as those regions. I'm less interested in India now that the British Raj has solidified their control. So we're going to see a strong Britain this game. Food security. We do need a little bit of grain here. Which is better? I can do rice farms. We'll do some in Para. We're going to be a little probably low on population here, I think. We can stop Bolshevik liberal movement, I think. It's, once this law passed, it's going to have run its course. You just lose momentum normally. Okay. So this Catholic strength should start decreasing because we have total separation. You can see their clouds steadily declining. Election results are in. My current government is not the most popular. But I want to kind of just keep it in. I don't want to put the conservatives in power. I want to break that party up. Let's keep it as it currently is. Doesn't help that we have the high taxes. Yeah, that's probably why we're having such a radical increase here, is because of the taxation. I could always just stop and pay off my goods. Which I think we will once the rice farms get built. Oh, we're also going to need to do... we don't have access to it yet, but we need to build... munitions plants, right? We're getting spread for percussion caps. What's being spread over here? Pharmaceuticals, okay. And then we're getting spread for steam donkey, okay. Those will help. Heading back down against Great Britain, meaning you're now a protectorate of GB. The aggressive guy that they are. In terms of my subjects... it's Ecuador, puppet, do subject type. Only Ecuador and Peru. And Peru is about to welcome themselves into our lovely little conglomerate. But I think we'll go ahead and pause construction once these two factories get built. In fact, most of it's actually getting produced. Let's get that gold mine. And then we are going to probably pause it and pay off our debt. Let's accrue some income here. I think we've blown through our investment pool. Yeah, it's paying for other stuff, but mostly it'll equal out, I think. All right, we're going to put a cut in here. We're going to get to suffrage, and I think the next thing we need to do after this is force through no migration controls. It's going to radicalize a couple people, but it has to happen. This is now the time to do it. Likewise, I'd love to touch our land reform policy and go to like commercialized agriculture. That requires mutual funds, which is a ways away down here. So maybe it's time to come back and hit up the society path, at least to get to mutual funds. Things like joint stock company. How are our companies doing, by the way? Losing some productivity here. But I could build other things that would make us money as well. So we have options. We have options. Likewise, do I need more gold mines domestically? I could do them abroad, but we'll just throw them in queue. All right, for now, we're calling it here. Hope you enjoyed. I've been Sean, the Spookscreener. As always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.